Quitting YouTube actually feels a whole lot worse than struggling and failing on this platform. And it is the strangest thing, but maybe you too are haunted by YouTube. You just can't get YouTube out of your thoughts. And after you thought, you stepped away, I'm moving on with my life, and it's just not worth it, you can't. Why is that? Hey, if you're new to the channel, my name is Brian, and the fact is, I haven't uploaded in 3, maybe 4 weeks, and I really feel it. And I started thinking about this today, and I just had to come down and say, hey, number one, I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. I've been doing some really cool things over the last month, focused on YouTube, but I haven't made a video. And that's really made it challenging on me, and I want to talk about it because I'm not going to tell you that I know how you feel, because I don't. But maybe if you think like I do, if you have a passion for YouTube like I do, oh goodness, then maybe this video will help you see the truth about giving up, quitting, and why, yes, it's more challenging. You'd think, well, if I give up on this, it's just so much work and there's so much energy, and I just constantly see these low views, no growth. I can't make it work. Why am I doing this? And you walk away. But that is effectively impossible. You see, YouTube is very interesting, and it's unlike almost all endeavors that take time, skill, investment, and so on. You might think one day it's all about guitar, or I'm gonna learn a new language. You pick up that guitar and you strum and you practice every day for a few weeks, but inevitably you give up, it sits in the corner, and you walk away. And it's a little stressful, but you move on. You're able to move on because it's in the corner. Maybe you even regulate the guitar to another room or a closet, and you don't see it. But that is exactly the struggle for so many of us. How much YouTube do you watch? Every day, right? Like you're watching YouTube every single day. Sometimes for entertainment, other times for information. It might be a concert, a documentary, or maybe you just love shorts. It doesn't matter. You're connected to the dream you once had, and it's really hard to let that go. Unlike the guitar that's in the closet, you're tuning into YouTube on a daily basis. And what do you see? You see countless videos explaining what to do, and YouTube's in easy mode. And if you just do this one thing and you do the one thing and sadly, you fail. Here's the truth. YouTube is really challenging. Most creators fail to publish, even a handful of videos that drive more than 1,000 views in the video's lifetime. Now, if you're in this place where you're sort of uploading, but you're not really dialed in, you're not really giving it your all, if you're striving to make it happen, but again, you're not stepping up, well then in this video, I want to let you know that there are really about 3 different things, very simple things that you can do that potentially could have a huge impact on, number one, just to have a little peace in your life, and number 2, to truly grow something exceptional, extraordinary, and I know you have it in you. So first off, you are not alone. And there are so many creators that have struggled for years trying to make it happen, seeing the potential of YouTube, but sadly, not for them until they made one small change. Now, here's what's interesting. Oftentimes, a small change is easy mentally. Logically, we can see, well, if I change niche, if I dive into AI, or if I go in this new direction, if I tap into this other passion of mine, then I might just be able to make it happen. Matt Wolf is a great example. Incredible what he did. He saw the opportunity. He transitioned, he pivoted into a new niche, and he totally blew up. And I am not saying that's the thing to do. I mentioned 2, 3 different things, but I do want to highlight one of the most interesting things about YouTube is you sort of either choose a niche or you don't. And if you don't, it's infinitely more challenging, sad but true. If you do choose, you select a niche, you're locked in, that's exactly the thing. You're locked into something on an ongoing basis, and there's no real room for experimentation. Which means, imagine right now you have an opportunity to be making videos on another subject that is so much more in alignment. That word is powerful, alignment. What an audience wants to watch, what their intent is, what they're trying to figure out, or the value they're trying to extract from YouTube, whether it's being entertained, and that could mean a deep dive on the coronavirus or Halloween or strange documentaries or true crime, or it could be just fun gameplay. But like if you're just locked into this one format and niche, it's infinitely more challenging because you never really get to experiment. Here's what I'm not saying. This is not an open invitation to go out and just start any channel about anything. And frankly, I think a lot of people have this idea, and we'll talk about this as we continue. Well, my niche is hard, YouTube sucks, it doesn't work, I'm gonna quit. And then they enter this purgatory where you're like a damn zombie. You haven't given up on YouTube because you can't, you're always thinking about it. So you have this internal struggle, but you're not really uploading, so the struggle continues and so on. So the thing is to find the balance. Absolutely focus on a niche and give it your due diligence. Upload for a period of time. Focus on what you can control and ask yourself, how can I change up my videos? And this is part 2. You see, the thing is you might actually be absolutely in the right niche, and it gets me so excited talking about this. But what if you're making the wrong kind of videos? What if you're deep in tutorials because you see they kind of work, but inside you, there is this little inkling of, I wonder what it would be like if I started telling stories about YouTube. Like for me, what if I made videos about the history of YouTube or crazy YouTubers or crazy ways to grow? I might do that. And yet this video is really locked into what I typically talk about. But I also want to let you know that I really was specific with the title, the topic, the packaging, and what's been holding my channel back. And I think you really can't get to that place until you, 1, really lock into a niche, and number 2, you really experiment to see what kind of content, themes, and ideas can help you to move forward and make it happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're constantly jumping around from niche to niche, it's really hard to qualify why one video did well versus the other one didn't do well. And if you do start heading towards one niche, but you constantly pivot and you upload 3 on the niche you're in and then 2 on something else, that really hurts your results moving forward. So I think, for me personally, it's really getting clear on my why. And this is item number 3. What is your why? Because if you don't have a why, if you don't know why you're on YouTube and what you're trying to accomplish, you end up focusing a lot more on the what. Well, what if I don't have the camera I need? Or what if I update and change niches? Or what if my audience retention? And you focus on this thing, but you don't have a driver, a driving force that keeps you propelled, moving forward and in alignment with what your goal is. For me personally, when I set out on YouTube, I had a bunch of whys that I knew were really important to me. Financial stability, making money, working with brands. I wanted to write a book, and I wanted to figure it out for myself and say, hey, here's how I made it happen. Maybe this can work for you as well. And in doing that, I really had the why in place. In fact, I had a number of them. Number one, to have an opportunity to earn money based on something I really, really love. Number two was the lifestyle, so I can live this lifestyle and I can do the things I want to do. Like, I haven't uploaded a video in a month, but I'm building a YouTube tool for coaching clients that can help them optimize topics, titles, thumbnails, really understanding the psychology of viewers and taking one idea, turning it into hundreds based on actual topics viewers are interested in, and then really refining that. And that's what I've been working on. And I love the fact that when I got started, I was able to make money, grow a channel, and I've had luck online as an entrepreneur online for over 20 years. In fact, it's coming up on 25 years, really trying to figure out like how to create content that turns a profit and allows me to do something I absolutely love. Here's my message for you today. I want you to believe that you can succeed, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that everybody has one successful channel within them. But to get to that point where you make the channel successful, it's going to take some effort, some time, some hard work, a lot of uploads, and quite frankly, a lot of pain and frustration for many. Like, what we all want is to blow up and for it to be easy, and yet I don't know any YouTuber where that really happened. Now, sure, if you want, you can find the one person and it's a unicorn example, but for most of us, that's not us. For people that are really great on camera, they have a massive advantage. If you've got a powerful a skill set that's aligned to creating videos like editing or camera presence, or like me, when I started, I was really weird and quirky, but I had this ability to understand an audience and what they were after and how to create content that really intersects them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to create what I want. I'm going to use that as a starting point and find the topic that a huge group of people are interested in, and I'm going to find that place in the middle. And that's where I'll be. That's where I'll live. And it gave me an advantage when I started. Now, there'll always be people that outpace me. And quite honestly, they outpace you. But for me personally, not living up to my potential is really a struggle. And, you know, for me, not uploading on a regular basis is dangerous. Now, I took off, 3 weeks, and I'm making a video today, and I'm feeling great about that. I'm meeting with my coaching clients in a few days, and I'm excited about that too. It was a pause, it wasn't a stop, and it's not a reset. It's just a slight delay to focus on something that really needed my attention. But this video is about you. And my question is, are you satisfied with where you're at? And I wonder if you could just try to simplify what you do in order to publish videos and strive to find that niche, that target audience that really makes sense for you, allowing you to take your passions, your ideas, the things you want to research and learn about, and then find that, but also match it with an audience. And again, find that place in the middle. Because when you do that, it's only a matter of time.